Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nicole Nahera.
And I'm Jenny Hazlett. Both Las Cruces and El Paso are preparing for a sad day tomorrow. It's the day funeral services will be held for Las Cruces police officer Jonah Hernandez.
Officer Hernandez was killed on a Super Bowl Sunday while on a routine trespassing call. Last Friday, Las Cruces gathered to remember him. Mark Barr reports.
In downtown Las Cruces, hundreds from the community and law enforcement paid their respects for fallen Officer Jonah Hernandez. The support from the community showed.
We cannot wait for these tragedies to remind us how much we value each other. We must stand shoulder to shoulder every day.
We respect the officers, and we just thought we needed to be here to be a presence and support them.
Officer Hernandez was killed while responding to a trespassing call. He is the first officer to die in the line of duty in LCPD's history.
He took an oath to protect and serve this city. He did that to the best of his ability.
Friends of Jonah's were able to speak about him throughout the night, sharing kind words and memories.
And there was nothing I look forward to more than seeing Jonah smile and hearing his laugh every single day that I worked.
From now on, I have to meet Jonah's standard and ask myself if that's what he would want me to do.
Jonah leaves behind his wife and 2 sons. His funeral services will be held in El Paso, where he was from. Mark Baugh, News 22.
The funeral for Officer Hernandez will be at the Abundant Living Church at 1000 Valley Crest Drive in El Paso. Services start at 10 in the morning. Alkadi Shirsat is next with a first look at weather.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Yes, taking a look at our current conditions. Skies are mostly clear today and pretty warm and sunny. Temperature is at 74 degrees. Winds coming at you from the southwest at 7 miles per hour. Humidity at a 5%. Dew point at a -2 degrees, and that leaves us at a steady barometer of 30.20. Taking a look more into those temperatures today, we had a high of 75, an average of 65, and a low of 43. And then for our record temps, we had a high of 80 in 1999 when I was born, and a low of 19 degrees in 1978. There's no chance of precipitation for tonight, so that leaves our yearly rainfall at 0.62. But don't go anywhere. I'll have your national forecast right after get back to the desk. Jenny, Nicole, back to you.
Thanks, Alkadi. The Albuquerque Police Department is under an internal investigation for allegations of corruption in the DWI unit. Both current and former police officers are under review, but no officers have been charged. A federal investigation also started in August. More than 150 cases alleging that motorists drove while intoxicated have been dismissed as part of the federal investigation. The investigation is ongoing. The Justice Department has not said when it will finish. And an inmate at the Southern New Mexico Correctional Facility is being charged with first-degree murder. Corey Clinton Jeffrey was charged last December for the murder of Richard Cresap. Jeffrey was seen on video entering Cresap's cell and closing the door. Cresap was found 30 minutes later stabbed and strangled to death. Jeffrey asked for a plea deal in exchange for information about the killing. This was not Jeffrey's first offense. He had a history of violence and drug use. As of yesterday, no further court proceedings have been scheduled. Now stay tuned. Alkadi will be back with your national weather forecast.
And later, some furry friends will be joining us here at NMSU. More on that when News 22 continues. Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday,
where news matters. Every second and fourth Wednesday of every month, a furry friend joins us on campus. It's called Woof Wednesday. It's at Hadley Hall, where you'll find dogs of all sizes roaming around.
The dogs are from Therapaws, a program for dogs to give comfort, affection, and de-stress their companion. The canines are not only here at NMSU for students and faculty, but they travel to different areas in Las Cruces.
Visit special needs classrooms on Tuesdays in all of the elementary, middle, and high schools in the community. We really love coming. We've been coming for a number of years to be on the campus the week before finals. Just times of high stress, so we really enjoy doing that.
If you missed the Furry Friends, don't worry, they will be back every Wednesday. A San Juan County man is resting at home after the New Mexico Department of Health confirmed he is the first case of the hantavirus this year. Hantavirus is often a severe and sometimes fatal respiratory disease. The virus is carried by deer mice and is found in mice droppings and urine. People are typically exposed to the hantavirus when cleaning out sheds, cabins, or garages or exploring enclosed areas with mouse droppings. Last year, there were 7 cases in New Mexico. 2 of those patients died.
And Nicole, I can't believe this, but I got a sunburn yesterday.
Really, I wonder if the rest of the nation is hot. Alcari, what can you tell us?
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Nicole. Yeah, well, sorry about that, Jenny, but I think it's going to get here on hotter throughout the week. Here in the southwest and the west areas are getting kind of hot here, and then it was staying pretty wet and pretty cold and moist here in the north coast areas. And then taking a look at my next map, winds indicated heavy wind visual. There's no purple, so it's not that cold up there, but it is all of that. That's where all of it, we're getting our heavy winds from throughout the week and the weekend. And then last but not least, taking a look at my next map, rain and snow forecast for the next 48 hours. There's no heavy snowfall indicated, but there is heavy rainfall around the Ohio Valley and the West Coast and heavy rainfall. That's all I have for your national forecast, but stay right there. I'll have your local forecast after the break. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Alcari Shursat, and let's go ahead and take a look at those local temperatures. So taking a look at Farmington at 64, Albuquerque at 66. Mexico is staying steady in those low 60s to high 70s. Ruidoso at 64, Las Cruces at 74, and Deming at 77. Taking a look at those temperatures tomorrow, Farmington at 58, kind of getting a little cooler here. Santa Fe at 56, Albuquerque at 64, Las Cruces, same conditions at 74, and Deming at 72. Taking a look at those neighboring cities, Alamogordo tonight, there'll be a low of 47 with clear skies, and tomorrow a high of 74 with sunny conditions. Tonight at Truth or Consequences, we'll have a low of 38 with clear conditions, and then tomorrow a high of 69 with windy clouds as well. And then tonight for Silver City, we'll have a low of 37 with clouds and clear conditions, and tomorrow we'll have a high of 59 with windy conditions. And last but not least, Las Cruces, tonight we'll have a low of 43, so make sure you bundle up, and clear skies, and tomorrow we'll have a high of 74. That's all I have for your local temps, but I'll be back and end the show with your 5-day forecast. But back to the desk for more news.
Thanks, Alcati. A pair of endangered monkeys known for their signature quaff have new names thanks to feedback from the public.
Say hello to Toph and Zuki. The 8- and 9-year-old cotton-topped tamarins are sisters. They arrived at the Smithsonian's National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute in mid-January. Native to Colombia, cotton-topped tamarins face threats from habitat destruction and capture for the illegal pet trade. The zoo hopes the exhibit will help raise awareness about the critically endangered species. And Tal Lamboy is next with sports.
Thanks, Nicole. Coming up in sports, NMSU baseball had their first game this past weekend. Let's see how they did. You can toss that remote because News22 Sports is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Tal Lamboy, and let's talk sports. The Aggies softball team is celebrating this week after a big win against North Dakota. In the 2024 Troy Cox Classic, the Aggies came away with a 2-1 win. NMSU scored both of its runs in the 4th inning thanks to a home run from Kendall Luner and an RBI from her sister Kayla, improving to 7-2. Next, the ladies are hitting the road for the first time in 2024. The Aggies will take on Utah Valley, Grand Canyon, Seton Hall, Ohio State, and Arizona State in the GCU ASU Classic, starting this weekend against the Sun Devils. The baseball Aggies are starting this season in the win column. Last Friday, they took to the diamond at Presley Askew Field for the first game of the season against the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. They played 4 times in 4 days, and the Aggies won the first 3, as the fans were happy to see them again.
There's some players that we like to keep track of. My daughters both go to school with some of these guys, and so I know them a little better than typical fan out here. So it's just really interesting seeing them progress and make their way through the season, and hopefully get to that next level.
On Friday, they'll be in Lake Charles, Louisiana for a 4-game series against McNeese State. The NMSU men's basketball team continues their woes on the road. The Aggie season has been a tale of 2 tales this year, boasting an 11-2 record at home, but a terrible 0-12 record on the road. This past weekend, they got blown out at Western Kentucky despite beating them at home earlier this season. The Aggies are on pace to finish with their worst record since 2004 and would finish with their first winless season on the road in school history. The Aggies embark on a 2-game homestand against Sam Houston and LA Tech starting this Thursday. The Aggie women's basketball team almost squandered a big lead at home this weekend versus Western Kentucky. The Hilltoppers got out to a slow start, facing a 15-point deficit early. However, turnovers plagued the Aggies in the second half as their lead shrunk quickly. Western Kentucky benefited from the Aggies' free throw struggles and forced the Aggies' hand down the stretch. Despite their troubles, NMSU would prevail, winning by 3 points in a thriller. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Alcari will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast. But first, members of a legendary band each get their very own movie. More on that when News 22 continues.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo are heading to the big screen. Variety reports that director Sam Mendes is making 4 scripted movies about the Beatles.
Each will be from one member's point of view. The movies will all intersect and culminate in the band's 1970 breakup. Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and the families of the late John Lennon and George Harrison have all granted full life story and music rights for the films. According to Variety, Sony Picture Entertainment is financing the productions. They are scheduled to be released in 2027.
And Alcadi, you said it's supposed to be windy tomorrow. What's the rest of the week look like?
Sunny, 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 and breezy, breezy, breezy. So warm weekend. So there's a warm weekend ahead. So high 70s and high 60s throughout the week, and for low 30s and low 40s for our chilly evenings. But that's all I have for your 5-day forecast. Back to the desk.
Well, as the Beatles say, here comes the sun. And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Tune in tomorrow for more news. I'm Jenny Hazlett.
And I'm Nicole Nahira.
And from the whole News 22 team, Nicole, Alcadi, Tal, and myself, good night.
This news brief in Espanol is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Melanie Cepeda y gracias por continuar en Noticias 22. El viernes pasado, la comunidad de Las Cruces se reunió en el Parque Alberton Johnson en el centro de Las Cruces para una vigilia para el oficial John Hernández, que murió cuando respondió a un llamado el 11 de febrero en Las Cruces. Es el primer agente que muere en acto de servicio en la historia del Departamento de Policías. La comunidad y los policías de toda esta región asistieron junto con la familia de Hernández. Amigos del oficial tuvieron la oportunidad de compartir memorias de Hernández y conmemorarlo. El jefe de la policía de Las Cruces, Jeremy Story, comentó: "No podemos esperar que estas tragedias nos recuerden lo mucho que nos valoramos uno a otros. Deberemos permanecer hombro con hombro todos los días". La misa y los servicios funerarios y la ruta de procesión para el oficial John Hernández están programados para mañana miércoles en El Paso, Texas. La misa iniciará a las 10 de la mañana en el miércoles en la iglesia Abundant. en la cuadra 1000 de Avenida Crest en El Paso, Texas. Después de la misa, policía van a guiar el proceso para el último lugar de descanso para Hernández. En Our Lady of Mount Carmel Centennial en la cuadra 401 Zaragoza Sur en El Paso, Texas. Eso fue todo por parte de Noticias 22. Buenas noches.